Okay, so do you guys remember when I made a video on the PTR in regards to upcoming class changes? Well, some of those changes are really interesting. I also kind of screwed up on some of them, so I'm going to technically redo the video. Not really, but it's more or less correcting my mistakes, as well as mentioning that the update thing that was going to be coming for a healer has been postponed because it was way too OP for a healer. The first thing I wanted to touch on was the warrior class. Now, if you were to use the whirlwind attack, you are given protection, which can stack up to 9,001, and I don't ever see us ever getting that high. However, it works best when you're going up against multiple enemies, and that's what I wanted to showcase in this video was that. So that's one of the things I wanted to show. So we're gonna go into here just because there's so many enemies that can pile up, just to show you how much you can stack, because the stack depends on how many enemies you are actually engaging with your whirlwind. So let's just group all of these harmless friends into a giant bundle right here. We're going to get them as close as possible, and then we're going to spin and see what the stack is. Look at that. 27 protection. Now, this is something, again, that you cannot maintain because you've got to keep that stack going. But it is based on the number of things that you have there. So I think that's really, really cool. I like that. Next is Mage. So now the fireball has a way of increasing the attack power by 10%. And this can stack up to 9,000, which means you can really have a powerful fireball. The problem is the minute you switch an element to something else, that boost, the stack, will disappear. So it only works while you're in fireball. Now there is a way that you can maintain this stack, but you need to have a lot of mana potions. And now this looks weird. It's because this was like a glitch that happened 7 years ago where I was able to stack way above the limit. I don't even think we had a limit of 1,000 back then. I think the limit was 5,000, and then it got adjusted down. But anyways, so you can use your mana potions, which are otherwise not used for a whole lot, to really stack up the power of this. So first of all, you'd be using your fireball. You know what? This might not work in this area depending on how, because they need to respawn rather quickly. I'm not going to do it in this area because I feel like I'm going to be wasting it. I want to test it somewhere on something that has a lot of XP. So this guy has a lot of XP. So we're going to start the stack right there. You're going to see it down there. Now, the problem is if you use the big thing, it really uses up the stack. So then you want to stack them again like this. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to use the other fire one. You're going to watch the stack increase here. You just have to be very careful. Number one, you want to reserve your mana as much as possible. You also don't want to miss the stack. Oh, I should have waited to do that, but anyways, that's fine. At this point, I need to use a mana potion to maintain my mana. I'll use 2 of them. Oh, I can't. That's right. You have to micromanage that. That's another thing. You need to be able to manage your mana, which can be rather tricky, which is why you really don't want to use the thing here. Oh man, it's going to be getting really close. Need to get that mana. So I can use another stack, another potion thing right there. Use that. Keep my stack. I'm up to 13. So this is the way to do it. This is the way to do it. Keeping the stack going. Oh, at this point I need, before I run out of mana. Woo, that was close. Oh, man. I was really scared I was not going to get that in there. Fortunately, this uses... The big one uses a lot of mana. So I'm up to 17 stacks. Keep it in mind, each one of these... now I'm out of mana. I screwed myself. Darn it all. I should have waited for the other one. 18 stack was as high as I got. So, I mean, if you really manage your mana while you're doing the stacks, you can get up pretty high, but the damage I was doing was slowly increasing and increasing and increasing. That's basically the way to do it. You can get quite a high stack, but it's going to take some time to do it. But you can definitely unleash quite a bit of power on it compared to before. So I think that's pretty cool. Next, we're going to be doing Rogue. I made a mistake when going over Rogue. So this thing right here applies. I'm just going to give a demonstration. So this applies a stack of 4, and it can max stack up to 8, and that is what it will do. However, what my misunderstanding was, previously this thing here would consume the stack of 4, and so it would deal bonus damage. Now, if you have a stack of 8, it will consume the entire stack, causing extra bonus damage. So it's more powerful now, which is actually really cool. And I'm glad that Blaze informed me of that, because I really did not understand the change. I'll just chalk it up to stupidity on my part. But that's what it does. It takes the entire stack of 8, which is right here. You've got the entire stack right here, and it will consume the entire thing, causing extra bonus poison damage. So very cool. I really like the changes to these starter classes because it kind of gives them more oomph, and it's more fun to use them when you have less limitations. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. That is it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and keep those swords swinging.